Welcome to the area's only lifestyle newscast, PA Live. I'm Haley Bianco. Today's show is all about heading back to school in a pandemic. Are you ready to see why? Here it is! The Aussie Pie Truck is in the parking lot today. We are live outside the Eyewitness News studios. Hey bud, how are you?
Hi,
good to see you. All the way from Pottsville, and look what you brought. We're dancing in the kitchen. I totally agree. If you have a cute outfit to wear, you're going to be more likely to want to hit the gym. So what are the benefits of doing yoga with a goat?
I can't see any yet.
It's time now to get some summer snacking ideas. I've actually never really appreciated the convenience of a fanny pack. Oh, it smells so good. Look who joined us. Jose Cuervo is here.
I'm ready.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I'm starstruck right now, honestly. Here in our area, there's a handful of businesses that have been the recipient of your famous Barstool Fund FaceTime call, and I love seeing those reactions and videos on social media. We are wrapping things up now with Dr. James Greenfield. He's answering your COVID questions today, so let's see what people are asking on social media. And you want to have the right equipment because I've never done this before, and this is not just any pot. This is specifically made for frying a turkey.
And the worst thing you could do for something like this, if it were to catch fire, is to throw water on it because it'll explode.
So that extinguisher is really necessary.
Yes. If not this, a carbon dioxide extinguisher.
And if you do it right and follow all the rules that we're showing you here today, you're going to end up with the perfect Thanksgiving bird. And man, it smells really, really good out here. Who's ready for National Pierogi Day? You heard him. Now, Chris and I, we are still out. We've changed seats here. We have these great snow tubes, zip lining, riding roller coasters, pumpkin picking,
s'mores,
pumpkin
corn
carving.
husking.
The list goes on and on. But we're going to
right,
start off by talking about a corn maze.
Yes.
With the name Mazilla, where we are today. Joining us now from Lehigh Valley Hospital, Pocono, Dr. Jonathan Goldner is here. Hi, great to see you.
Thanks for having me. We really appreciate it.
I'm happy you're here to give us some health reminders because while this weekend is fun and games, we do need to be careful. There's a lot of sun today. I think it's amazing to see what's happening right now on live TV. Moms, women, we all have to juggle so many things in life, and you're literally juggling a live interview and kids. So you're doing a great job of it. Speaking of President-elect Joe Biden, one of his delegates is here, the former mayor of Scranton, Jimmy Connors. So we welcome Jimmy to the show. Thank you so much for making the trip over here. We all remember that early in the pandemic, we were advised not to travel to another state. Is that something we still need to be concerned about? You really do, and if you don't, you really should, because outdoor recreation is one of the top tourist attractions here in Jim Thorpe in Carbon County. So we needed some gear, so we stopped over at the Lehigh Outdoor Center to get on a bike and hit the DNL trail. We're now at the Lehigh Outdoor Center, and we're joined by the owner, Jerry McLeod. It's so great to see you. Thanks for having us over. I think it's a nice fashion statement, don't you think?
You're handling this very well.
Yeah, so this I got when I was in college. You know, I was away from home for the first time. Mom had always been the cook in the family, and I didn't know how to make hard-boiled eggs. I would boil them and they'd explode. So I got this. It's the Cuisinart Countertop Cooking Series Egg Central. You have some great tools that keep you up. We're going to use these. What are these blue things called?
These are skate helpers, and they sure helped me. They're for beginning skaters, giving them something to hold on to and a sense of security.
Oh, this is so easy. I love this. Beautiful. You've been counting down the minutes until the lawn you, and it's finally time. Now for Your Health Live, joining us, we have Nurse Tammy Meckes with St. Luke's to talk about the correct way to wear our masks. Oh, they slowed it down for me. How nice is that? Okay, the bar goes down. Safety first, everyone. In 2018, Pennsylvania Governor Tom Wolf announced the creation of a suicide prevention task force.
Yeah, after a record 2,030 deaths that year alone due to suicide. These were parents, friends, uncles, aunts, siblings, neighbors, workers, maybe even viewers, all people that were loved and are still loved.
That's right, and earlier this week, Chris and I met up with a wife and son in Swoyersville to hear about the impact suicide has had on their lives.
It's just... listen.
It's been almost 2 years since Noah lost his dad.
As he reflects on the 18 years he had with his father, Dino Cassatt, he finally remembers a leader who was strong and generous.
For Janet, she lost her husband of 21 years.
He was a wonderful person. He'd do anything for anybody. He could help anybody. He just unfortunately didn't help himself when he needed to.
Today, the world can only learn about Dino D. Cassatt through the memories of his family and friends.
When you take your own life, the ripple effect is huge.
As we gathered around the fire pit,
The Cassatts told us about the man who cheered for the Eagles
who loved Halloween,
and who provided for his family.
saying they never imagined this would happen to them.
Suicide does not discriminate, and it certainly does not.
While their memories of Dino stay with them,
So does his trickster spirit.
Janet tells us she often finds comfort in seeing butterflies and finding feathers, making her feel that Dino is near.
He always did the yard work, and his yard had to be immaculate. So I'm weed whacking, and I could see the dirt churning, and those wind chimes his cousin gave me. Those chimes were going crazy. That day, it was hysterical. I'm like, listen, buddy, you shouldn't have left me if you wanted it done right.
Although Dino can't do his yard work in Sawyersville anymore, the Cassatts believe he is in a better place.
Oh, in heaven, absolutely. Without a doubt, if there's anybody that's there, it's him.
As our night came to an end and the fire went out,
Janet and Noah hope their story sparks a flame within you to start a conversation about mental health with your loved ones.
If we can save one other person, to maybe even just stop and think about it. That's why we're here. Stay one more day. It's well worth it. It's well worth it.
thank you, Janet and Noah, for being so raw and open and honest with us. Truly, I mean, that was so special for Haley and I. Your vulnerability speaks volumes, and I know we both got a lot from you both sharing your story with us, Dino's story with us, just when we came over your house.
Yeah, they were really amazing people. So thank you for sharing that with us. And our hope is that Dino's story will encourage and foster hope in your home today and tomorrow.
Or even maybe this is the conversation that begins that conversation in your home.
Yeah, so thank you so much for that. And you at home, stick with us. We're going to continue our Mental Health Day on PA Live after this. Before we say goodbye today, there is quite the presidential debate going on social media. This picture is circling, it's trending, and as the Washington Post put it, are the Bidens giants, are the Carters tiny, or are our eyes failing us?
At first glance, many people thought, including Haley and myself, thought this photo was a fake.
I thought it was a wax museum of them or something.
Like a trick. People are trying to goof off and put photos out there with the presidents.
Photoshop, something like that. So we did some reading, some research, and we did find, in fact, that it's just an optical illusion because of a flash and shadows.
Yeah, the Jimmy Carter Museum and Library confirmed that that is a real photo, and just because of the depth of field of the Bidens and the Carters with the lots of lighting and flashing, the depths of field and shadows aren't there, which makes in particular Rosalind Carter look very, very, very tiny, even though she's maybe just an inch or so shorter than Jill Biden.
So we tried ourselves to recreate the photo and see if it was in fact because of the field of depth and the lighting and the shadows, and we kind of got it, and we just did this 2 minutes ago.
Yeah, our wonderful camera operator Chris took this photo with a wide angle lens on the iPhone, just like, well, I'm sure they didn't use an iPhone for that presidential photo, but yeah, send us your photos of this optical illusion where I think for the first time and probably only time in my life am I going to feel so tiny next to Haley.
Just like the Carters did there.